Okay, so recording has been started. So in first session, what you've seen is what is MongoDB, why we use MongoDB, and we have seen how we can install it also. Now in second half, we'll see how we can make use of MongoDB and how to set it up in our local. So for local, we have installed it already, correct? So now let's proceed from here. How basically we're going to use it, how to fire the queries, how to create the document, basically how to add records, how to fetch them, correct? We'll see all those commands today, correct? I don't think we'll get time for cloud setup, so what I will do is I'll take the cloud setup in the next session. Okay, so let me just share my screen. Give me a moment. I have prepared a setup note. Let me just show it to you. 1 second. So let me know once you're able to see my screen. So see here, are you guys able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So see, we in MongoDB, we have done, step one, we went to the site and download the MSI file, then download MongoDB server version, extract the folder. Okay, this is like the other way of downloading, which is we can download the zip version and unzip it. So instead of zip version, we have downloaded the MSI and install it. So now next step is create two folders, data and DB inside the folder C drive. So these two basically folders are the folders where MongoDB is going to keep the database, correct? So create new folders, data, and create folder DB inside the data folder at C drive. So let's go to C drive. Basically on the same location where we installed it. So C drive, program files, C drive, program file, Mongo. Okay. Yeah, MongoDB. Server 4.4. Okay, already data and log is there. So good. We don't need to create it. Already it has created data and log both. So let's start. Let's see the MongoDB services and server. So there is one called MongoDBexe and there is one called MongoDBexe, right? So let's start MongoDBexe. Okay, MongoDBexe. Give a minute. I'm just testing it. Is it working fine or not? I say show DBS. Good. So what we have done is there is one MongoDB server that we need to start. So what we do is you can basically go to command prompt and start it also. And there's another way also which I have done. You can go where the MongoDB has been installed. So program file is MongoDB server 4.4, which is the version. Then go to bin folder. Inside bin folder, you will find MongoDBexe, MongoD.exe. You double click and start it. So what does that mean is, it means you have started a server, MongoD.exe, you have started a server. So once you double click on this one and start it, yeah, so which means you have started already. So after that, you can start the Mongo.exe. So Mongo.exe, which I have started now. So this Mongo.exe is like your query editor. Did you remember your Oracle days or SQL days? Have you ever fired a query basically? Okay, tell me who has not fired a query? Who, I mean, anyone who has not fired a query on Oracle or SQL Server? Anyone? Have you all fired at least one query on your Oracle database or SQL database? Not through code, directly on the DB. Any one of you? Or none of you have done it? Team? Hello? Anyone? Okay, so Vijay says no. Okay, no problem. So consider this one, no issues, no issues. Consider this one. This is your query editor. Basically, you are firing a query. Basically, you are firing a query on the database. Okay, so same thing, you need to do it through coding, correct? But today we are learning basically MongoDB database. So we are going to learn today how we can fire a query on the database, on MongoDB database, and how we can insert the data, fetch the data, all these things. Okay, so how you will be doing that? So Mongo.exe is the exe basically that you need to start. It is basically a query editor. Through this query editor, through this Mongo.exe, you need to create your own database first of all, which means your own document first of all, and then you need to insert data into it. You getting my point? Guys, is that clear? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's start then. So there's one command called show DBS. So show DBS will show you the list of databases on your system. So whatever database you have created, how many databases you've created, so all it will show, right? So so we'll create one. So we say let's give name to our database. Say use I say use learn now. Okay, switch to learn now. Then I say use course, course course. Now if I say show DBS, okay, because I have not added any data, that is what is not showing me what I've created. So let's start adding some data to it. Okay, so I say use use course. So now what happens is, it is going to check, do we have a DB by name course? So if not, then it is going to create one. Okay, so when I say DB here is document. Okay, here DB means document. So why we are using the term DB? Because everyone understand RDBMS. So it is easy to explain NoSQL, right, in those terms basically. So when I say DB means document here, because there is no database as such. There is no table, there is no row, there is no column. So use course. So it is going to find, do we have such? If not, it is going to create one. So we have created one DB or document called course. Now to insert record, I would say db dot you say course dot insert, and then insert is basically a function. So here what you can do is you can create your JSON object, right? And you can start writing anything whatever you wanted to save in the course. So I say, for example, I say ID. Okay, leave ID. I say name. So name. Let's add name. Say Angular 9, comma. Then it was cost. I say 200. Then it was what we say for the course. What was the structure of the course object team in last sessions? Name, cost. What next? What next? Name, call, name, cost.
Duration.
Duration. What else? Duration. Let's say 48 hours. What else? There was something with true false also. Is active, right? Is active in the market. I say yes, true. So you can see I'm basically writing, correct? Exactly like a JSON object. So let's hit it and say enter. So now you can see it says one row, right result, and inserted one. So which means one row inserted. Let's change it and add something else. I say false. False. I say 40 hours. Cost I say 300. Then Angular 9. Instead of that I say means time. Okay, and I hit it back. So now again one row inserted. So now we have two rows inserted. So let's see what is the data. I mean, how the data is going to look like. So I say db dot course dot find. So if I do like this, if I hit like this, what in which format is going to see, it is going to show me the data. Let's check. See, it is going to show me the data, but it is showing me in very ugly format. You can see it is not in the, I mean, it is in the JSON format, but it is not showing me, like the way it should be in the JSON format. Correct? So otherwise you can see, name, cost, duration, and is active. All the properties got added, and it has added one primary key. You can say underscore ID, object ID. This is uniquely identify ID. Correct? It got added automatically. Why? Because you are storing an object. How that object can be fetched, how that object can be searched in the document with the help of this underscore ID. So consider this one like a primary key. You don't need to write a primary key. It will add it automatically whenever you add a record. So is it clear till now? Any question and doubt you have? Is it clear till now, guys? Yes or no? Any question, any doubt you have? Beautiful. Now, as I said, it is not looking in a it is not showing the data the way it should be in a JSON format. So we have a function, on top of it called prettyfy. Pretty, not prettyfy, pretty. pretty. Now you can see it is showing me data in a pretty format. Pretty format means the JSON format, right, Tim?
Yes, sir.
You can add data in bulk also. So bulk in the sense means now you wanted to insert, let's say, 2 records in one shot. So add an array, right? Then add an array, and in array with comma separated, you can put name. Oh, insert is open world. Comma name, comma bracket, open bracket, close. Say name. I would say React, comma, then it says cost. I say 400. Next it says duration. You can actually type in notepad and then paste it over here also. That also will work. React is it's a 50 hours. Then music is active, of course. You can stop React. What you did, Ajay? Come on, yeah. Notepad. Name React, comma, LPD, name, cost 400, then duration was 50 hours, then is active, is to true, right? Copy, comma, paste. Now instead of React, I say MongoDBexe 300 duration, let's say 30 hours, false. So yes, my whole object is ready. Copy, go back to your query editor, correct? And then you're going to paste inside it, right? And I say enter. Okay. So it says error. No, not error. Two inserted. Inserted two. Let's call the function prettify and see. Beautiful. So you can see one single node added, and then it has added my entire array. Mon and React. Did you see that? Is that clear to all of you? So what is the conclusion here? That yes, it is NoSQL, but at the same time we can't say it is not structured. It is structured. It is structured basically, right? So you can see it is very well structured in fact. So now you understood how a product or a movie on Netflix or product on Amazon, right, can be fetched from the MongoDB table. Guys, yes or no? Now you understood? So basically from code, if I ask you, basically from code, you need to basically call this function db.write table or write document, I should say, and then find, correct? With this way, you will be able to get all the record. This query is as good as you saying select star from course. Select star from course. Now, if you need to find one, what are you going to do? So there's a command called find one. Okay, find one. Let's use this command. Right? Let's use this command. Okay. So I would say db.course, course, course, find one. So in this, I'm going to find like this. I say name equals to, let's say, mean stack. So you can see I can find that mean stack. Again, I fire a query and I say name equals to MERN, MERN instead of AN. See, I can get MERN stack. What else you wanted to search? I say you can search through object ID also. Okay. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What if I say is active equals to true? Let's see what happens in that case, because there are a lot of records which comes with true. So you can see the first one, because you say find one, so first one will come. Did you see that, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So this is how basically we can insert, we can find one also. Right? That's how you query your database. That's how basically you do all the operations. Okay. Same thing you need to do from your code. Same thing you need to do from your code basically, right? So from your code you can basically update and delete as well. So let's try update and delete also. Okay. Let's try update and delete also. Once again, I'll copy this in Notepad, and then we try. So let's say I wanted to delete. No, I wanted to update Angular 9. Instead of Angular 9, it should be Angular framework. Okay, Angular 9 framework, right? So let's try this. So for that, what I will do is, let me try with something like this, because on primary key only I will be doing this. On the basis of primary key, I'll be deleting or updating. So here, let me just copy this node. Copy. Let's paste it over here. So this is my object ID. Okay. So I'm saying, so if you remember, the SQL command of update. What was the SQL command for update? We used to say update table, which is course. So you are a separate update table name set, whatever you wanted to set. So let's say I wanted to set name equals to you say Angular 9 framework, right? Something like that. And then you say where ID equals to, correct, whatever it is, XYZ. So same thing we are doing over here. So where ID equals to XYZ, we are doing it over here. My first object is on the basis of what you need to update. So I am saying on the basis of underscore ID column or property you update. And update what? I say update name. For this, you update name as Angular 9 framework instead of only Angular 9. Cost, it is 200. So let's make it, it's too hot in the market. So let's say 600. Cost 600. Then we have duration. I put 48 hours. I say no, go ahead and do 80 hours, right? And then we have a property called is true, is active. So you say is active. Same, very good. Okay. So this is my complete object, and let's see how we can, do it. So do remember the original data, correct? Original data is this for Angular 9 and we're going to change it. So let's fire a command. So I would say db dot course, right? db dot course dot update and then I say, let me paste my object what I want to update. I say paste, yeah, and then let's hit it. Let's see what happens. So it says one matched, it found one and it modified one. So now let's find out. I fired a command called rectify and let's see, did it change my DB or not? Yes, absolutely, it has changed my record. See this one? So it has changed to Angular 9 framework, cost update to 600, duration update to 80 hours, is active is true as it is. So team, did you understand this? Is it clear? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Right. Let's try the last, last command before we close. So we have done insert, we have done update, we have done select all, we have done select one. I mean find one, find all. Let's see the delete also, and then we close it. So then in tomorrow's session, I mean in next session, tomorrow's session, what we do is we see the same things through cloud, and at the same time we will put up the connection string in our code, and now we will in next session we will be inserting directly from our code to the MongoDB with the help of our API. Okay. Then after this query, we'll talk about the assignment, that how many of you have done the assignment. Okay, so what we need to do is delete. So I say db dot course dot delete, delete, delete function, call it, and then I say curly braces, and inside that I would like to paste. So yeah, I have copied this object ID, correct, of this record. So I need to put column, that is underscore ID, column or property, whatever you call it, and then colon. Did I do any mistake? Yes, no. Enter. Yes, I did. What did I? Where did I miss? What was the mistake? Object ID. Okay. One second. Let me do one thing. I know some. Okay. So in this delete function, basically, I am now deleting that Angular record, Angular 9, which I updated. Let's see what happens. db course course dot delete, delete. Did I do any spelling mistake or what? Yes, Raj, you were saying something. Where did I go wrong? Where did I went wrong? Wait. Course dot db dot course dot delete is not a function. Okay, let's try something else. I say delete on the behalf of some other column. I would say name. If name you found MERN, 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 then you delete it. So name MERN. If you found name as MERN in any of the record, you delete it. Now, okay. One sec. REMOVE, remove. So again, they have changed in the latest version. So instead of delete, now it is remove. In the latest version, instead of delete, they have changed to remove. Okay, so you can see one record got removed. So let's try to hit find all, and now you will not find MERN. You will find Angular, you will find mean stack, you will find React, but you will not find MERN, right? So now let's try with the object ID also, correct? So instead of this object ID belongs to whom? This object ID belongs to our Angular 9 framework, okay? So let's try to remove by ID also. Remove. Yeah, so this also got removed. Now we should be having only 2 records. Fine, pretty fine. So you can see Angular 9 framework record also got deleted. So we have only left with mean stack as well as React, right? So is that clear to all of you guys? Are we good? Did you understand how we can set up MongoDB at our local? How we can add a document or a DB or whatever you call it, and how we can add the records inside it? How we can fetch them by ID, fetch them by other properties, how we can update them, how we can delete them, correct? So the same thing you will be doing in the cloud setup, right? Only thing is how to set up in the cloud is the extra what do you call it? I mean, extra steps that you need to understand, and that is one-time steps only. Again, we'll record it. You can go through with it, any number of time, and then we'll hook it with our project, correct? Once we hook it with our sample application mean stack, then we straight away jump on the vbuild nation and we try to fetch everything from our database only. Yeah, any question, any doubt?
No, sir.
No, all good. Okay, in fact, instead of putting it on the cloud, we already have our own server, right? We already have our own server. So what I will probably do is in the next session, instead of setting it on the cloud, I will love to have this setup, MongoDB setup directly on our server, correct? So that we can directly fetch from the common place. Once we set up our MongoDB at our server, correct? Then you can we will be having our DB at a centralized location, and then you can all connect to that DB at the server, because cloud also does the same thing. What does cloud mean? Cloud mean you have your whatever setup you have your setup at a common centralized location. Am I right? That is what cloud is all about. Instead of local, you are having your setup at some centralized location. So we already have a company server, Scorpius company server. So in Scorpius company server, we'll set up the MongoDB tomorrow, and with that we straight away connect over our code. Okay, let's not delay it. Let's see tomorrow how with the API we can connect to database and push the data to DB and fetch the data from DB. What do you say, guys? Correct? Let's not delay in that. So that's it for today. So tomorrow at the same time, 5, we'll have the session. We'll finish this API DB connection, and we close this MongoDB once and for all. Right? Any question before leaving, guys?
No, sir.
Okay, great then. Bye, team. See you tomorrow.